I think we're live. Are we live, everyone? Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today we are live on this beautiful June 10th, 2024. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you're in the world. I'm starting a great day myself. And it is time that we talk about the 2024 election. Sorry about that, folks. I just had a cough. Whew. I'm coughing quite a bit today already. Jeez. Yeah, 3 times already I had to mute my mic because I've coughed a lot. But either way, folks, today we're going to be talking about the Trump campaign. Talked about the rally in Nevada yesterday. Talked about how the campaign is focused on revenge. And I think we're talking about the EU stuff. Yeah, there were some European elections yesterday, right? I could be wrong, but I believe there were some big elections in Europe, and I think the right won. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Redacted costs. Yeah. Some of that, folks, I coughed in. I don't want anyone hearing that. It's like, yeah, I don't think you want to wake up and you hear, Biden said germs of Rap's house. Well, no, just like, I don't think people want to hear that. So sorry about that. Now, before we continue with today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, the best way is to send a super chat via, well, the chat. Again, folks, I'll try to read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. And already we got a super chat. American Nerd 1776 for 5. Rap, what exactly is wrong with Trump wanting revenge from people who screwed him? After all, his revenge is our revenge, right? Well, no, I'm not saying it's bad. Alright, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to focus on this, but I just wanted to talk about it. That's a whole point of the stream, because a lot of people like NBC, or I should say organizations like NBC, they're making this big deal about how the Trump campaign wants revenge and, well, it's bad for democracy or something. But, like you said, if you get screwed over by someone like Trump, and Trump's getting screwed over by, let's face it, the justice system. It is horseshit what's happening to him. Of course he's gonna be frustrated. Of course he'd be mad that this is happening to him. And it would happen to no one. But it only happened to Trump because he's a political opponent. That's a reality of it. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to say, well, vote for me if you want retribution. That's just a fact here. You know, people making a big deal about it. And now, to be clear, I'm not saying that, you know, he should go out and say, yeah, we want political violence, we want chaos. He's of course not saying that, but NBC and CNN are going to say, Donald Trump wants, riots in the streets, he wants chaos, he wants stuff burning. I guarantee you, the more Trump talks about this, the more CNN, NBC, etc., they're going to say crap like that. That's a reality of it. They're gonna make stuff up like usual and make a mountain of a anthill. You know, it's like, why does anyone even care? But we have to talk about it because it is pretty significant, because everyone's talking about it. The fact that NBC, like, look how long this is. Really? You made an article this long talking about how Trump said, yeah, I'm your retribution. Really? So let's just get into it. Hold on, we got some chats here. He's not making it the center of his campaign. Yeah, that's right. He's not. He's not making it the #1 issue, but he is making it a issue. Like, okay, if you want retribution, you want revenge against the system, vote for me. He's not saying, you know, we need chaos, we need riots in the streets. No one, he's not saying that. But sadly, these media organizations are pushing bullcrap. Revenge of the 45th. Well, yeah, that's what it is. So, Trump wants to talk about revenge, and neither Sean Hannity nor Dr. Phil could stop him. Oh yeah, I forgot he was interviewed by Dr. Phil. I've watched part of that interview. I'm surprised that Dr. Phil actually interviewed him. I'm like, wait. Of all the people you could have gotten an interview from, you decided to go with Dr. Phil. I watched parts of it. I'm like, wait, hold on. Why? It's just like, when you talk about Dr. Phil, you don't think, oh yeah, he's having a political interview with Trump. You think about the guy that, you know, tells spoiled kids to go touch grass or something. No, it's like, well, he's interviewing with possibly the next president for I don't know what reason. I still don't get why. But from what I saw, it was a pretty good interview by Trump. Does anyone know why he decided to do an interview with frickin' Dr. Phil? Does anyone actually know? Is Dr. Phil a real doctor? I don't even know. Again, Dr. Phil's a meme, that's all I know, but I actually don't know. Dr. Phil's audience is 90% suburban women, so that's why it's a good idea. I guess, but that's probably why, but why would Dr. Phil want to do that then? Trump is getting all the celebrities now. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I guess that's part of it. Fresh off his historical guilty verdict in New York, Trump's public comments, including in interviews with both men, have increasingly focused on the idea of retribution against his enemies if he returns to the White House. Good. I mean, the fact is, this is going to be the main part of Trump's administration, all right? It's not the main focus of the campaign, but of his administration. His biggest thing is he's going to actually clean the swamp up. He's going to drain it. You know, a bunch of government officials, they're going to lose their jobs. He's actually going to do something about the corruption. That's why, you know, Trump talking about it, I think it's a good thing. Make people confident that, yeah, I'm going to do something when I'm in the White House. I'm going to take down the deep state. I'm going to take down the Justice Department, actually reform it, because it's ridiculous. The fact that you have, how many government employees? How many of them? There's hundreds of thousands, and 99% of them are partisan Democrats. Well, yeah, when you get a Republican in the White House, yeah, that's going to be a big problem. That's why this has to be Trump's #1 goal when he wins. Drain out the executive branch. There's no reason to have hundreds of thousands of partisan Democrats that hate you. That's a big issue. Why do you think Trump's first term was, let's just say it, at times there were problems with it? Because you had these assholes in the Justice Department, the whatever department, and, well, they screwed him over. Trump won't have to worry about re-election in his second term. Well, yeah, he doesn't have to worry about any of that. That's why if he wins, he can do whatever he wants. It doesn't matter if his popularity goes to 2%. If he can do whatever the hell he wants, like, of course, legally, but stuff that might be seen as unpopular, well, that's going to be a really good second term. It should be, at least. Dr. Phil for Senate. Where does Dr. Phil even live? He's in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. I honestly don't know. Where does Dr. Phil even live? Dr. Phil seemed MAGA in his interview. He always seemed a bit more conservative, but I don't know. It's Dr. Phil. It's rhetoric driven by Trump's obsession with that President Biden and Democrats orchestrated a series of legal problems intended to derail his campaign. A political persecution theory not supported by the facts. Of course. Are you really telling me with a straight face that Biden and the Justice Department did not collude to get Trump in jail? Really? Wait, you're telling me that it was all a coincidence that they waited up to 2024 to go after Trump, legally. Not just in one case, 4 separate cases. One in Georgia, one in Florida, one in DC, one in New York. Actually, what is it, 3? 3 in New York? It's unbelievable. American Nerd 1776 for 2. Redline just tweeted that Trump is going to win. Well, it's over. If Redline said that, yeah, we're done. We're cooked. Democrats are so delusional they believe the opposite of reality. Well, yeah. Like, how can you look at these cases and say, yes, there was no political persecution here? Really? You're telling me they had years to go after Trump. They had years, not just, 2 days. They had, 4 years? Or some cases, 8 years. And they waited till right before the election to say, yeah, you know what? We're going to charge you with a bunch of bullshit, charges. Man Milk for 5. My normie-ass suburban Maryland sister just straight up said, I think Republicanism is better for the country than Democrats. We have 2 lib parents. It's Jover. Well, there's probably a lot of people believing that now. It's like, okay, I may disagree with Republicans, but at least they're better than Democrats. There are a lot of people starting to believe that. So, yeah, I think that's a positive. Our justice system hates blacks, but also it's fair and unbiased. Yeah, I love how they can believe that it's the entire legal system is racist, but at the same time they say, actually, it's a very fair system. There's no political persecution here. Really? Didn't they make a big deal about Trump going after political opponents? That they said that he was going to use the justice system to go after, like, Clinton and stuff? Did they make a big... I thought they made a big deal about that. Like, oh, he's going to be a dictator with the Justice Department. Yeah, so I don't get why people just think, oh, it's a racist system, but it's fair at the same time. How can you believe that? Let's see here. It's Jover. Did you see Trump try to sniff Macron's old lady? Okay, should we talk about the Europe stuff real quick? Or, no, let's go on with the Trump revenge stuff, because I want to see what this article actually says. Let's see here. The Biden administration had nothing to do with the case. Bullshit! Absolute bullshit! You're telling me with a straight face that in an election year, where Biden's the president, he has partisan hacks that control the legal system, you're telling me, alright, with a straight face, his administration didn't even know about it? Bullcrap. Can you imagine if this was Biden and Trump was the president? Oh my goodness. The Trump administration is colluding with the New York court system to take down Biden or something, or Delaware. Just imagine that for a minute. I can't believe they really believe that mysteriously, with no coincidence, it's just a complete coincidence, no collusion, that magically each court case was going to have, like, perfectly aligned with the election year. Every single one of them. A couple of, like, look at the dates of some of these cases. Like, some of these dates are like, oh yeah, a day before the convention, a day before the debate, a day before the Super Tuesday. Yeah, I'm sure it's all coincidence. Bullshit. Punch a Bunch Bear for 2. It's bikini season for Harry and Chris. Oh gosh. No. Just, please, no, I beg of you. Please, no. These people are intellectually dishonest. Yeah. They either know, but they want to gaslight people to thinking, actually, no, there's no political involvement here. Or they really believe that it's all a coincidence that they waited until the election year to go after Trump. I'm sure it's all just a complete misunderstanding. If Trump is winning Minnesota, Virginia, New Mexico, then you gotta consider Colorado. No. The difference is Colorado, there's so many Democrats moving there from California, now Texas. So, I'm gonna say that you can't really... I mean, Colorado could become it could shift right, maybe. But there's a bunch of partisan Democrats moving there. So... Hey, Rap, even Stalin would be too embarrassed to say half this stuff this article is saying about his show trials. Yeah, he wouldn't say anything about it. He wouldn't, like, deny it. Just, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. But for Trump, it's all politics. Revenge may need to be meted out. Well, revenge does take time, we'll say that. Trump said during an interview with Dr. Phil. And sometimes revenge can be justified, Phil, I have to be honest. Sometimes it can. And, yeah, he's right. Now, obviously, he's not saying have violence in the streets. No one should believe that. All right, that's a psyop. If you actually believe, yeah, he's talking about having violence in the streets. He's of course talking about, yeah, if I get screwed over by someone, maybe it's a good idea to pay him back. An eye for an eye. Well, he's not wrong. How do we have like 3 pollsters that polled Massachusetts, but 0 have polled New Mexico? Well, I would say it's because you have more pollsters in Massachusetts. That might be the better reasoning, especially for the region. Like, the Northeast has a bunch of pollsters. So, I'm going to assume that's why. Well, New Mexico, there might be a poll here and there, but that's what I'm guessing. It's because of the Northeast. The Blue Spy for 5. Hey, Rap, I love your daily content. Keep it up, Kane. Who's the better candidate for Virginia 7th? Derek Anderson or Cameron Hamilton? Well, first of all, thank you for the, your support. Love your daily content. Thank you very much. But as for Virginia 7th, I think it's Cameron Hamilton. Yeah, Derek Anderson's the... What is Derek Anderson again? Was he like a Navy SEAL or something, but they have some sketch records on him? I don't know. A glitch Evie for 5. Hide her kids, hide her wives. Joe Biden is coming for them. Oh, gosh. The way you said that. Yeesh. Rap, if the only result you saw in 2024 election was Virginia within 2 points of flipping, what happened? Red wave. That mean all the points true. That Trump is doing way better in Virginia, way better in New York, way better everywhere, essentially. I mean, how can people explain Trump being within 2 points in Virginia and somehow still having a chance at winning or losing? That's what some people are saying. Like, there's some asshole on Twitter, can't think of the guy's name. He's claiming, well, you see here, the polling is all fake, but the one poll from CBS, which still has Trump winning, I'm not going to believe the national top line, but I'm going to believe the state battleground poll, where they polled like 10 people. It's like, wait, how can Trump be winning by 1 at the national level, but losing in the battleground states? It's like, wait. And plus, you don't know. You don't know if it's one state like, say, Michigan that had some bizarre result, or, say, Nevada. You don't know. So how the hell can you base your entire thing where the polling's all fake except the half of the CBS poll? Lord Rhino for 5. I love my country. Reform UK. Second in polling. It's not relevant to the topic, but thought I'll let you know. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the UK stuff in a second. Same thing with the, was it France? Which wasn't all of Europe? Which country had it was like a tsunami, like nationalism won? I believe it was France. Again, I'm not pretending to be an expert on European politics. There's this another bozo on Twitter saying, so the Nationalist Party, or nationalist parties, they lost seats or something. It's like, what? That's not even true. Anthony Minimum for 2. Before revenge, purge the fake news. I agree. Alex Ledbetter for 2. Biden crapping his pants was an omen for Macron. Yeah, that's an omen. Which, again, I still don't know if he actually did, but the way some of those people reacted around him, it's like, okay, something happened. Why would people react like that? I don't know. All of Europe. Okay, so it was all of Europe. Again, I'm not pretending to know everything about European politics, but all I do know is I think the right-wing parties won, or quote-unquote right-wing. Macron is disinvolving France's parliament. Yeah, I saw that. Alright. Let's get back to this. Trump has done at least 5 interviews since his guilty verdict. In all 5, he had talked about possible retribution. I think there should be concerns. And Ty Cobb, the attorney who served as a White House attorney during the Trump administration. From a 30,000-foot view, what I see is Trump angrier now than he was before he was convicted. Wow! You're telling me he's mad that he got convicted? Oh my goodness, what a shocking turn of events. Do these people even live in the real world? There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell they actually, they're shocked about this. Do they really believe this? That they're, oh, we're shocked about Trump being mad that he was convicted. Anyone that actually gives a shit about their lives, they would be pissed off. Lord Rhino for 5. France has called the snap election after right-wing parties dominated the EU elections in France, along with other countries. Yeah. So we'll get to the EU stuff in a minute. But yeah, I just find it funny that they're making it sound like, you know, he's the only person in the world that's going to be so mad about this. These people can't believe this. There's no way. There's just no way they actually believe this crap. That, oh, he's so angry. How dare he? Far right of Europe is like a mildly more conservative edition of Tulsi Gabbard. I wouldn't go that far, but in some countries, yeah. Let's see here. Macron equals Macron. Whatever. The guy is a loser. Big loser. Democracy. Yeah, it's democracy to, like, not be mad or something. I don't know. President Trump has made clear that success will be the best of revenge. Trump senior advisor Brian Hughes said, when others have weaponized government and legal institutions against him for political interference, he'll return these institutions to their constitutional purpose of protecting Americans' liberty and creating a safe and prosperous nation again. That's a good talking point. That is a really good talking point. To say, hey, you know, my revenge is going to be cleaning up the Justice Department, cleaning up the FBI. Because let's face it, these institutions are so unbelievably corrupt. You need someone to just tear it all down. Fire half the Justice Department. And install people that actually give a shit about the Constitution. Not these partisan hacks that, oh, we must violate the Constitution to stop, prevent democracy or something. Who frickin' knows? Let's see here. Hold on. Protect the democracy by suspending democratically elected legislator. Well, if you can do it, I mean, if people want change, it might be democratic, but democracy's a scam. Either way. It's all a scam. In Belgium, the right-wing Flemish nationalists won the EU election so much the prime minister resigned. But I was told that it was actually a liberal wave in the EU. That's what many people were saying, that, oh, it wasn't a nationalist wave. Politico was lying. I saw that. So what is it? Did they win or did they lose? The far right in Europe is what the media claim the Republicans are. It's just right-wing parties that won in Europe. So probably more moderate or on par with the Republicans. Okay. But I was told a bunch of people that don't even live in Europe. They live in, like, DC, of all places. They're all saying that it was a liberal wave or some crap like that. Rap, will you make a full video on Gunn versus McGuire? I feel like you have to do your part there. I'm gonna do a whole video on Virginia, I think. It's a jeb wave. But yeah, Virginia, I may have to do a whole video on that. Trump caused inflation with the stimulus checks and blamed Biden. Real. Rap, revenge ain't bad. Yeah, it's, again, you gotta be careful. You can't just say, you know, violence. But, yeah, revenge itself isn't awful. You just gotta be careful about it. Let's see. Yeah, so Europe had a big wave. Look, when this election's over, based on what they've done, I would have every right to go after them, Trump said. And it's easy because it's Joe Biden. And you see all the criminality, all the money that's going into his family and him, all the money from China, from Russia, from Ukraine. And that's another good point. You're telling me that now you have, I think, Politico admitting that, yeah, Biden was actually involved in the business dealings of his son, but, oh, he had actually no direct involvement, or some bullcrap like that. They're gaslighting to a point now where they're admitting that Biden knew about the business dealings, but he did not use his power as vice president? But you lied about it. You were saying for months that actually, or years, that no, Hunter Biden and Biden, or Joe Biden, they had no direct involvement with each other. Bullshit. Bullshit. I lived in Europe for 2 years. The idea that they all Bernie bros and liberals is laughable. Yeah. Just because, like, people can understand that just because liberals win out there in Europe, which they really don't. Like, isn't the Denmark, like, the left-wing party, like, anti-immigration or something? It's like, you gotta be careful when you say liberal. Yeah, maybe for Europe standards, but does that really mean it's far left Bernie bros? Of course, there's some countries like that, but the average European voter is more conservative on social issues. Economically, maybe more left-wing, but that's about it. Same people who said Biden has nothing to do with the economy as the same people that say Trump inherited Obama's economy. Yeah. So, these people gaslight each other. They have no clue what the hell is going on. It's not fun. And, ooh, big super chat. Just-in-time history for 50. In the European Parliament elections, the more left parties did really well in Scandinavia, but the right-wing parties did really well in France, Germany, and Italy. And that's not a surprise. But again, when you say left-wing parties, and thanks for big super chat, I appreciate it, but when you say left-wing, are we talking about, you know, full-blown Bernie Sanders or frickin' AOC? Are you talking about, you know, yeah, like the Denmark party? It's Denmark, I believe. If I'm wrong, tell me which country it is, but I believe the leftist party is anti-immigration. It could be Sweden or something, but I believe it's Denmark. Let's see here. Liberal in Europe is classical liberalism, free markets. They do have a lot more openly socialist politicians and political parties. Yeah, but the difference is they actually have liberals. They have actual liberals in Europe, not the fake ones we got here that they want to throw everyone in jail. Well, there's some of them, but... Last Obama years had a blood red Congress. That argument fails on so many levels. Yeah, so you're telling me that the economy boomed, or supposedly boomed, when Republicans took back the House and the Senate. Makes sense to me. Let's see here. AFD getting the second most of the German result was great to see. Yeah, and people say that's actually a left wave or something. Are you doing the Nevada GOP primary for Senate tomorrow? Probably not. Listen, I'm just gonna be real. The primaries tomorrow, I'm gonna have a stream tomorrow, and we might stay up for some of the results, but tomorrow's gonna be a Senate prediction stream. But the problem is, it's Nevada. You know, if there were some fascinating primaries that could go down the wire, I guess the 4th district could, but the problem is, it's Nevada. We'll be here for freaking 6 hours before you get 2 votes. That's a problem. And the other state primaries, they're not really worth it. They're just not. And that's what sucks about primaries like tomorrow. I might want to do a stream on it, I don't know yet, but just some of the primaries stink. Denmark did not completely shut down the economy. They also did not push the needle, I guess. Hey, Rap, here in Washington State, due to the total natural gas ban, they said this summer will still seen week-long blackouts. How do you think this will affect state elections? I mean, it could help Republicans, but will people understand that's Democrat policies doing that? Just-in-time history for another 20. Opinion on the UK general with Nigel Farage. Now it's that he's leading reform for the next 5 years. I think it's big news. I think Farage announcing that's going to kill the conservatives. I think he gives reform a bump, big time. Look at the turnout of Lithuania. It's like 15% for this election. Huh. North Dakota would be interesting if it wasn't Trump's horrible endorsement. Yeah, that's a problem. The races that were interesting because Trump didn't endorse anyone. But now he made bizarre endorsements in Nevada. Well, he should just stayed out of the race. But endorsing Sam Brown, not a big fan. North Dakota and South Carolina have important primaries tomorrow, especially North Dakota. I guess, yeah. We might stay up for those. I don't know. So I guess South Dakota. Maybe. Or South Carolina, I should say. North Dakota and South Carolina, excuse me. But the problem is, Trump made some shitty endorsements in North Dakota. This is the problem with Trump. He's on a really bad streak right now. I don't know who's telling him to endorse these people, but fire them. You could have got Rick Becker in North Dakota. That would have been fucking amazing. We get stuck with, who did endorse him, like, I can't, what's her name? I honestly don't know. Mace versus Templeton? I think Mace wins. Again, we just gotta see. I might stay up for the South Carolina stuff. That's about it. I'm not staying up for Nevada, no. It's not even worth it, so I'm gonna say South Carolina and South Dakota, or North Dakota, I should say. And there's one more, I believe. Lord Rhino for 5. After Farage announced the leadership reform, UK jumped to 2nd after Labour. They're already beating the Tories in the polling, yeah. Like, Farage is a big name for actual conservatives. These people actually want conservatism. They want something different. They don't want, the traditional Tories that are just liberals. They're to the left of Labour. What's the point in voting for them? Old top 3 candidates in South Carolina 3rd seem good, and there's runoffs there. We'll stream the South Carolina stuff, but I'm not doing Nevada. No, that's not even worth it. Yeah, Maine's not interesting. Yeah, tomorrow's just South Carolina and I guess North Dakota, but we all know how that's going to go. Rick Becker's going to lose. I hope he wins, but I swear, though, if Teal loses by like 10 votes or something, I'm going to be pissed off. Farage in the UK, Le Pen in France, let's go. Yeah. Most people here in Washington know it's Democratic policy, as the state Dems have been promoting it and saying the blackouts will be a good thing. Wait, what? They're saying blackouts are good? No way. There's no way that they actually said that. Reform will be the next opposition party in Britain. If they win seats, which I think they will. What I think should happen is, in like a week or so, you're going to see conservatives just completely collapse. They're going to get like 5%. And Reform's going to actually win a bunch of seats. The Still County primaries from the primary in Nevada. Are they actually? No way. Yeah, so tomorrow has some primaries, but it's just South Carolina and like North Dakota, kind of, not Nevada. That's the problem with Nevada is they wait 5 hours to count 2 votes. Let's see here. Pro-American has been a member for 3 months. Thank you so much for that, good sir. Thank you so much. To let the Texas in 2021. Yeah. Alright, so I think the revenge stuff, we get the point, but I can't believe NBC, they're making it sound like, you know, oh, how dare he be mad for being convicted? Let's see here. We're all the arrest, blah, blah, blah. Just same talking points. No one gives a shit, NBC. Unfreaking believable. That was the entire article. It was just, Orange Man is mad that he's convicted. That's it. Rap. Stream the Louisiana presidential primary, also rap. Doesn't stream pedophile versus Fleabo, because, Filipino, because his bedtime is before 9. No, that's not true. No, because A, Louisiana was on a Saturday. That's one thing, and B, the problem with Nevada is they take, remember what happened 2 years ago? They took fucking 5 hours to count 2 votes. I'm not gonna wait for that. Look at what happened earlier at the caucus. That was a disaster. Digital lead for 5. What are the odds that Stein takes 3% battleground state voters from Biden and gives Trump a sweep? I would mention West, but he's a meme. I think it's possible. Entirely possible. On July 30th, you're going to stream the Arizona primaries. Yes. It's just with Nevada, I don't trust the count votes. That's the reality of it. These assholes don't know how to count 2 votes. I get, if they knew how to count, I would go for it, but I don't want to get burnt like the Nevada caucus where, what was it, like 3 hours after the fact, then we got like 10 votes and we said, screw it, we're done. Yeah, you should probably wait a few hours for Arizona. Yeah, well, we will. Arizona, we have to. Is it ideal that conservatives reform UK merge renew the right wing in the UK? At this point, the remaining conservatives, especially after reform, are just liberals. So, you're kind of screwed. I've read that. Bro, you were the one who decided to steer the caucus 2 hours early. When New York Times said they would report votes at caucus end at 10 p.m., not caucus begin at 8 p.m. Well, I've read it twice, and they said there were count votes at 8 p.m. So, but yeah, we might go for Nevada. I don't know yet. For sure, South Carolina. For sure, South Carolina tomorrow. And North Dakota. Mark Lamb must win. I hope he does, but he's not going to. The conservative will not merge with reform in the UK. I don't think they will. Don't think they will. Vote early in Arizona. I agree. Yeah, if you don't want the same thing happening that happened in 22, vote early. Vote early and vote for Blake Masters if you live in the district, and Mark Lamb. Again, I'm supporting Mark Lamb right now. I just think Kara Lake's a joke of a candidate. Right now. I think her campaign's a joke. That's just the reality of it. Again, nothing against her personally, but that campaign's a disaster waiting to happen. Colonel West is the exact mathematical midpoint between Bernie Sanders and James Craig. That's real. West isn't even on the ballot. Well, he might be. Theoretically. Maybe they meant 8 p.m. Pacific. Well, who knows? Let's see here. By the way, rap polls only had Biden up by 8 points here in Washington. Maybe. Alright, so let's talk about the European elections, because this was actually pretty big. We were talking a little bit about it, obviously, but let's find it. There is a article that, let's find it. If anyone could cite me something. Yep, right here. Right here, found it. It's a graph from, I think it's, yeah, End Wokeness. I think he reported on this first, but, alright. So this results from the French elections, the EU elections in France. Well, Le Pen's party gained 10 points. Or just, actually 9 points. They went from 23% to 32%. Macron's party went from 22% down to 15% in 5 years. Yeah. So, it was so bad. Macron was saying, actually, you know what? We're gonna just end this here. We're just gonna dissolve parliament and then try to pull something off. There's a New York Times result thing. Oh, there is? If there is, I could better demonstrate this. Okay, there actually is. Oh yeah, this is way better. Way better than this graphic. Okay. From the New York Times, everyone, look at this. So, I think, yeah. European People's Party, 30, okay, which is it? Right here. So I believe that purple is Le Pen's party. If I'm wrong, just let me know. Yeah, she got 30 seats, her party did. And the other conservatives, I believe it's, yeah, it's kind of weird how they do it. I hate the system they have where it's like 6 different coalitions. I think like light blue is conservative or liberal conservative. I don't remember. Dark blue is actual like conservatives. I think ID is like nationalist. I could be wrong here. If I'm wrong, just let me know. Rap, who exactly is the Tories screwed up? Who exactly is in the Tories screwed up their party? Was it Boris? It was Boris. He started the downfall. Every single article says far-right dominates EU elections. Yeah, right here. Still, far-right party surged in France and in Germany. Yeah. Yeah, right here, the first thing it says, voters delivered gains for right-wing parties, some with nationalist and anti-immigrant policy agendas. But the political center held. What they frickin' do? I was told. Yeah, right up here it tells you what it is. But yeah, I was told by everyone that the conservatives, or the right-wing parties, they lost seats. Who is that again? Mr. Peabody, or whatever the fuck his name is. I can't remember. It's some complete loser. What is his name? Yeah, Brett Peabody. This guy's probably a Fed, but who knows? Yeah, right here. Let me find it. Yeah, this loser right here. This guy lives in like DC or something, God knows where, or Atlanta, same thing. So, this clown says, the far right made big gains in Europe. They increased their seat count by 13 out of 720. Meanwhile, the 3 main centrist parties won a comfortable majority and will stay the course on climate change, democracy, and Ukraine. Really? This clown does not know how to read this. This can't be real. There is no way that he actually just said that. Unbelievable. That's the 3 focuses of the EU: climate change and Ukraine. Congratulations. But meanwhile, yeah, so EPP, ECR, and ID, they're the right-wing organizations. Or, yeah, I think so. Or maybe EPP is more centrist. I don't freaking know, but yeah, and non-aligned. Didn't the, wasn't the AFD in non-aligned? Did they get kicked out of the party? The thing is that plus 13 now also doesn't account for gains made by parties like the AFD in Germany, which left ID, if I remember this correctly. Yeah, so I think they got kicked out or something. Yeah, in Germany, let's see. Yeah, look at this. 17 non-affiliated. Or, yeah, 7. One of the two. I don't freaking know. But I believe they're non-affiliated. They were the second largest party in Europe. The right wing of a plurality in the EU. EPP is the right-wing party. So what the hell is this guy talking about then? EPP center. Okay, so... Okay, EPP is like kind of in the center. Alright, whatever. But either way, it's like, this guy's just wrong. He doesn't even know how to read the map of Germany. Yeah, AFD left the ID. Why, though? Why did they leave the ID? That kind of hurt the results on paper. But in reality, it doesn't really matter, but... Yes, I'm confused why this guy's making it sound like the right-wing parties like lost or they underperformed. It's like they gained a bunch of seats even without the AfD surge in Germany. EPP is the CDU/CSU party. Okay, so it is like centrist, but more center-right, I'm guessing. Not kicked out. Yeah, I thought it was kicked out, the AfD was. Oh yeah, the spokesperson said something dumb. That's right. But yeah, either way, it's like, how can people look at this and say, ah, yes, there is a liberal wave, when freaking did any of the left-wing parties get... Greens lost 18, that should tell you everything. Left lost 3, Socialists lost 4, Renew lost 20. So, no matter how you look at this, the right-wing parties gained significantly. Unbelievable. This is the quote by a lot of these people, that it was actually a left wave. Yeah, I'm sure it's a left wave where every left-wing party lost 18 seats, 3 seats, 20, 4. Good job. AfD and Viktor Orban's party are in the non-affiliated category. So, yeah, they gained 40 seats then. Oh yeah, that's right, Hungary, yeah. Yeah, that's totally a liberal wave, surely. I'm European. The centrist parties maintain the majority of seats, but the right-wing parties gain significant seats. That's what everyone's saying, and this guy's coping about it. EU elections mean absolutely nothing. Nobody in Europe takes them seriously. Yeah, but I find it funny to see that the nationalists and the conservatives, they surged, and the leftists can't accept it. They're making it sound like that, no, it was actually a liberal wave. If Trump won Connecticut, they would call it a blue wave. Real. That's true. If the right wing had a majority, how big of an upset would it have been? I don't see them getting a majority. Look at Austria. The FPO became the biggest for the first time. Let's see, Austria. 6. Identity Democracy. I'm guessing that's the more right-wing party. I'm guessing. Not including, non-affiliated. Turnout in EU elections is about 30% on average. Yeah, so they're celebrating, even with that in mind, it's like they're celebrating a 20% turnout if they were somehow right. Really? Yeah, it's like, it was so bad for the left that Macron is forced to have a new election. He forced the new election yesterday. It should be in like June or something, or July. At the end of the day, the main reason the election was significant is because the National Rally in France completely destroyed Macron's Renaissance Party. Yeah, he ordered new elections because of it. It was a disaster. Yeah, right here. He disavowed the National Assembly and called for snap elections after his Renaissance Party got battered by the National Rally Party of Marine Le Pen, which is part of the Identity and Democracy group. In Germany, Chancellor Olaf Scholz's Social Democrats finished behind Alternative for Germany, an ultra-nationalist party that is currently not affiliated with a larger group. Man, what a great sign for the left. Good sign. Let's see here. Democrats should change their color from blue to a rainbow pride. That's real. The first round is in 20 days. Then the second round is on July 7th. That's right. They do that stupid 2-round bullshit. The party with a lesbian as co-leader hates gays. What? Oh, that's right. The AfD leader's like lesbian or something. Lord Rhino for 5. Macron isn't up for election. That's the French legislator. That's what I thought. Yeah. I don't think he can call for one. I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, the right-wing parties, they have more seats than the left now. And that doesn't even include other. So, Zemmour Conquest, excuse me, got EU seats. Thoughts? Isn't the guy that ran He was a right-winger that ran in 2022 for France, or 23. When was the French election? Was it 22 or 23? I don't know. In the UK, two conservative tourists that I can think of are solely brave men who soon have kicked out of government and Liz, transformer PM. Huh? Most conservative woman from Germany. Just joined what I missed. We're talking about the elections in Europe. Yes, I'm looking at this, and yeah, Germany, or the right had more seats now. By a lot. 22, thank you. Or 20, was it 23 or 22? Yeah, 23. 22, surely. Macron likely called a snap election to stop the right-wing rise. Oh yeah, 100%. He's doing this to stop the rise for now. To hold it off for like a couple more years. But I do wonder if they got absolutely demolished now, is it really going to change much? What exactly does the EU, what does this mean for the EU? The EU is pretty much worthless. It doesn't do shit. That's the reality of it. The EU does absolutely nothing. But it is kind of funny to see right-wingers win. Are the National Socialists still a thing in Germany? No, they got banned. Ooh, we got breaking news on the Hunter Biden stuff. Hold on. We got breaking news. Of course, you can't have a rap stream without breaking news. Let's see. Yep, right here. Breaking from NBC News. It looks like the defense has rested their case. Hunter Biden's lawyer began the closing argument for the defense by taking issue with the prosecution beginning closing arguments. Okay. So it sounds like that they're having closing arguments now. Then what's the point of the EU existing? Yes. Nothing ever happens. But yeah, so it looks like the defense is resting their case. Or it's closing arguments, I should say. So, how long is it going to take, though? Will they find a guilty or innocent verdict? Or not guilty, I should say. I do wonder. Are they going to find him guilty? Breaking. Hunter Biden admits he was on... Okay, not going to read the last part. The EU legislators randomly crap that... legislates random crap that harms everyone rather than helps. Yeah, that's the EU in a nutshell. They don't do shit. Hunter will be found not guilty. Yeah, he's going to be found not guilty when he actually did something, but Trump gets found guilty in one of the most Republican or Democrat parts of the country. That's fair. Totally a fair system, everyone. And in case Le Pen wins and gets a government, Macron plans to get her in the right wing discredited for the next elections. Okay. That's his plan then. But it's like if they win, but you're refusing to work with them, would they blame you? Would they just blame you for that? Not actually blame Le Pen for it? A glitch even for two. Orange felon for president 2024. I agree. The orange felon for for president. I agree with that. Do you think a recession like 2008 could happen this year? I hear there's quite a bit of banks on the verge of collapse. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be careful about this, but I think it's possible we get a recession. I don't know if it's gonna be as bad as 08, but it could be. It could be. There are a lot of signs of it happening. Could Biden pardon Hunter? I would not be surprised if he did that. But he might haven't served jail time. So if it's like, okay, after all of this, he doesn't serve a day in jail. Was it really worth it? No. He's going to be found guilty. At best case scenario, he gets found guilty, but he's on probation for like 2 weeks. And that's it. I didn't even realize Hunter Biden was on trial. Yeah, he had trial for the guns. I think the gun stuff. I think. What's happening? Well, the Hunter Biden stuff's about the end. The Hunter Biden stuff's about the end. At least a trial. Surely they found him guilty. Surely. Only banks that hold commercial real estate. I don't know. Don't know. Now they're trying to delay recession so they can blame Trump for it. Yeah, that's true. They want to blame the Orange Man for the recession. Like, right when he wins, suddenly the economy's bad. I watch this. when Trump wins in November, hopefully he does, they're going to say the day after, this economy is awful, it's because of Trump. Trump is leading a terrible economy. This is awful, right? I guarantee you that's what they're going to say. I 100% guarantee that's what's going to happen. The day after Trump wins, the economy is in the worst shape ever because of Trump. Biden saved us, but Trump actually put us in a recession or some bullshit like that. Watch. Yeah, so it's just pathetic we're at that point now where they're playing games with the economy where they're going to probably try to crash it or say it's crashing when Trump wins. That is absolutely pathetic. ECR is led by the Italian Prime Minister. That's right. Let's see. Hunter Biden got hit because of his laptop that they said wasn't true. Yeah, they said it wasn't true, but it turned out, oh yeah, it actually was. What do you think Trump's sentence will be? They're going to throw him in jail. Watch. They're going to try to throw him in jail. Hate to say that, but I'm hoping they can appeal it right away so he doesn't. But it's just awful. We're at that point now we might see Trump in jail. Not good. A lot of fake jobs out there. Yeah. People understand that. Actually, I think it was Charlie Kirk had a graph on this. Let me find this. This is actually important. Before we head off, I got to show you guys this. Because this is a big problem. Let's see here. Yeah, it's actually the Center for Immigration Studies. And Charlie Kirk reposted this. This is not good. All right? This should tell you everything about the booming economy, the booming jobs market. So, look at this. In May of 2020, there was about 14 million U.S.-born jobs lost. Okay? While jobs for immigrants went down by 5,200. Right? Well, look at the last 3 quarters. All right? Native-born Americans. Right? Native-born Americans, not just, everyone. It's just people that were born in the U.S. They are Americans. They've gained, since May of 2021, what is that? 2.5 million jobs? While immigrants have gained just under 8 million jobs in 2 years. Yeah. So while immigrants are gaining jobs, and that's the reality of it, this market is not native-born Americans. These are immigrants. That's why people are saying the economy sucks. People are not gaining jobs. Hell, look at this. Native-born Americans lost 17 million jobs, but look, it's just unbelievable that we're at this point now where the job market's part-time jobs, or it's just immigrants that take the jobs away from the citizens. That is not good. That's why this economy's not, that's why people think the economy sucks. Because these jobs are not going towards average people. Let's see, recently graduated, the job market's total shit. Yeah, it's absolutely awful. Again, I know a friend of mine, I said this on stream, he applied to 3 different places. And every single place, they said, they threw out his application. You get stuff like that, it's like, okay. If you have 3 separate businesses saying they are looking for help, they want to hire people, and they do that, what does that tell you? This job market's garbage. It's trash. Keep in mind, employers don't have to pay immigrants minimum wage. Yeah, well, some place they do, but yeah, I believe there's some jobs where they don't have to. But also, you could argue, well, that's actually the same thing with like waitresses and stuff. Yeah, the job market's garbage. You can't find a good job. Trying to get into a trade and looking for an apprenticeship, and they all want experience. And that's the problem. So this is the reality of it. These places want experience. Fine. But when every job is saying the same thing about, we want someone with experience. Even like starting jobs. Jobs you start when you're in high school. Jobs right when you get out of college. These are jobs that you work out for a couple months or maybe a year. Well, now you can't even get those jobs. That's the reality of this. The job market's awful. They said trades are only for the lower 90th percentile of people. The job market's awful. Just only thing I could say about it. That is bad. Also recently graduated, sent down my application resume, callbacks, and are far and few in between. Yeah. The only place, yeah, like someone said in chat, the only place that's hiring is actually the military. It's just, we're at that point now where if you want to get a starting job, at this point, you're basically forced to do something like the military. It's like, that's crazy. If we're at that point now where no job is hiring and you got to get some experience, but even those places won't even hire you, well, like, what's going to happen in 10 years? This is a bubble, because a lot of these people that have experience, they're going to get older. And if no one replaces them, we're going to have a bubble forming in 10 years. Hell, even 5. Crap, if we have illegals working, wouldn't that make grocery prices go down? This economy is great. Yeah, you would think if it's immigrants, with these jobs, theoretically, it should be a booming economy. I noticed when back in 2021, when I was looking for my first job, it was easier to find something if it was like stock or whatever. Now I really can't find anything. Yeah, even the stock jobs, I know people, they can't get that. They apply, and they say, no, we need experience. So a starting job, a job you start off with in life, you can't even get that anymore because they expect experience? When they say stuff like that, that's bullshit. They're lying to you. That means they don't want people to hire. They don't want to hire anyone. This is bad. I'm getting an electrical engineering degree, and even I'm planning on going into the Navy now. It's crazy how hard it is to get on somewhere nowadays. Yeah. No place they're actually hiring. They just claim they are. If you're lucky, you might get a job, but, like, here's what's going to happen. If you want a full-time job, you're either going to have to work 60 hours a week, and that's the reality of it. You know what's the weird thing? This is what I noticed, like I was saying. If you somehow get hired, you're going to work like 60 hours a week. So they're going to overwork their current staff, but they won't hire extra help. It's not good. It is not good we're in this situation. And it's not going to get much better. Even with Trump. If Trump wins, it might get slightly better, but not good. Counterfold got for 2. If Trump goes to jail, do you think it affects him? No. Well, it might affect him personally. He might get really pissed off, but politically, it might help him. Because if people see our former president in a jail, they're not going to be happy about it. I think if Trump is in jail, it may help him everywhere except Arizona. I don't know. We just gotta see. I'm trying to go back to school to see if maybe the school can help me find something at this point. Well, even these places, they're full of shit. They can't find anything. These companies only hire their buddies and family. Seems like it. I love starter jobs. They say they don't need experience and still want people with experience. Yeah. So if you can't get a job, you're screwed. Not good. Not good at all. But let's hope that somehow this is resolved, because what's going to happen in 10 years? If all these people they're hiring is only people that have experience and no one else can get in the workforce, well, in 10 years, that bubble's going to burst where, yeah, the people that actually know what they're doing, they all retired. It's not good. It's not a good situation. I'm hoping Trump can somehow fix it. But this is such a big problem that it's going to take like 20 to 30 years to recover from this. Also, for a job that needs experience, don't count internships either. Wait, what? They don't count internships? Even it's entry level. That's where I was looking for, entry level. Yeah. Super discrimination. Well, if you're white, you're screwed. If you're white and a male, you're not going to win. They'll just throw you out immediately. Become a trade or military will be the only stable jobs of the future. That's sad. The fact that's the two stable industries, the military and trades, which, yeah, of course, trades will always be stable, but it's not good. Not a good situation. Not a good economy. That's not good. The fact the military is always going to hire. Ah, man. Never good luck. But anyways, folks, I think I'm going to end the stream here. If you guys did enjoy the stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. If you have any more super chats, begin sending them now. Last calls, folks. Last calls for super chats. It's better to work online. Yeah, that's even more pathetic. That you have a better chance at working from home and making a good living than actually trying to get, like, an actual job. Or you could be a YouTuber like Rapper Red Eagle and live like kings from super chats. I wouldn't say I live like a king. I wouldn't say that. But I do appreciate the support. I do appreciate it. We may need to deregulate the job market for you, but also, or for everyone. But also add that if you're illegal, you get deported. Maybe. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see me from. Godspeed to all of you.